It's way too obvious that most women want the security of having a man while still acting single, whereas men who just talk to a woman on the streets are cheaters. It's okay for women to keep posting provocative pics as if they were still advertising them. Wait, or are they just doing that exact thing?
He saw me on the social media, he liked my picture, he liked the way I was, and he chose me for that.
But then
and why he's gonna change me?
But remember, back then you were single. Remember you said you were single posting because you were single. Now you're with a guy, how do you change it?
She said that she didn't post for
I don't
attention.
and I don't do things
You believe that? Come on. Remember, right? When you're single, do whatever you want. When you're with somebody,
I do whatever I want. And
that's why you're single.
So, do you not understand that if you get with a man, right, there's rules and boundaries that you have to stick to stay in the relationship?
No.
There's terms.
Boundaries and rules are good, as long as they are hers. If it's the boundaries of a man, he's just an insecure misogynist who can't handle a woman's past and boss babe behavior. Exaggerations aside, the reality is that boundaries are there not to oppress, but to preserve the relationship. With the excuse of freedom, these women end up sabotaging their relationships even if they look hot as hell. But yeah, a hot body is not enough to retain a man long term. That's because the guys she has been with didn't hold her accountable for anything. She's pretty, so they get afraid to lose her. They think if I set rules, she might run away, and the guy doesn't want to be alone, so they stick around and tolerate her BS. Basically, no guy has ever told her no. That's why she is the way she is. With this girl's logic, it would be okay to be on Tinder during a relationship if that's how you started the relationship. What the fuck? Had an ex that kept posting pics of herself anywhere we went, and we even took pics together, but she only posted ones with just her. That was already a red flag, and it didn't last long. She's living the Disney princess walking dream, forever 21 until she hits the wall. Man, I gotta start a business breeding cats, cause the way things looking, there's gonna be a whole lot of single ladies in a couple of years. These women are ridiculous. You don't act single when you're in a relationship. Still, to this day, some women don't understand why men reject the mere idea of marriage. The stats, data, and facts available don't seem to be convincing enough. Well, what if it were a woman who says them and not a man?
Men don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college-educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
The risks outweigh the benefits. If you get weak or go through a tough time as a man, you're kicked to the curb and will likely be forced to pay a huge fraction of your income in child support. But when a woman goes through a tough time, her tantrums and attitudes are always excused. Clown world. Let's see the comments. Please tell me the benefits that come when getting married to a woman. What benefits is it that a woman brings? It's really sad to say this, but that's a good question. A man wants a woman who is fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, inspirational, and all that good stuff. And if she's got some culinary skills and takes care of you when you're sick, that's a huge plus. The question is, are there any women out there who tick these boxes? Not many, sadly. To be honest, I don't even want relationships anymore. Socially checking in and out fulfills me. Having to withstand people's emotions or negative experiences is extremely draining, especially when you're the type of person who doesn't project. I think men just don't see the value in having a wife anymore, just like wives don't see the value in having a husband until their late 30s once they've had their fun. And that's the point. By fun, women mean the carousel, drinking, smoking, and a bunch of activities that have nothing to do with what men want, which is basically beauty, fertility, and purity. And now look at this funny comment. I mean, as far as it's too good to hear a woman saying good things for men, this woman went too far. How could a woman have nothing to bring to the table? Can men give birth and create the family without women? And even if they adopt children, can they raise children with full attention while working on the side the way women do? I mean, can they multitask and get everything done like women? And are men as thoughtful and creative to make a house a home like women? Okay, I hope there would be more fair exchange of value kinds of relationships, but if the man works a lot and the woman tries to bring him down instead of encouraging him, sorry, not sorry, that's not what a man wants. The reason why those are dominated by men is because women can't step up to the plate in those kinds of jobs. Fortunately for us, not every woman is like you. Humans are social creatures and need social interactions, especially from the opposite sex. Regardless if you want to sit at home by yourself with cats, that's you, but me and my wife are gonna grow old together with all our grandbabies. If you've been in this world long enough, especially after trying your hand in the dating scene, you might know that most girls' words have nothing to do with their actions. They might want guys to be more emotional and all that corny stuff, but if it does happen, down there, it gets drier than the desert in Mexico.
If I was then your woman and I'm saying to you, I need you here with me. As your woman, I need you. And so if it's your duty to be my protector and my provider, and I'm calling out for you and I'm upset, I'm distressed, and I'm calling you and you're not there, you ain't no alpha, you ain't no protector.
The way you're saying that, my response would be, okay, I guess I'll come home.
Exactly. That's it, you're home.
Do you see what you've created?
No, I've
You
created
have
peace.
effectively emasculated me. That's not
No,
peace.
how has it emasculated you?
You've made me go from this guy, happy guy, confident, my shoulders are up, to, okay, I'll come home.
Yeah, but not every day with your shoulders pumped up. Maybe sometimes you need that moment.
Sometimes you want me.
Sometimes that's compromise and that's a relationship. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes actually listen to a woman. If you want to be able to provide that, just listen.
You want to sometimes simp?
Yeah.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Cheyenne, the woman who wants men to be tolerant of her past, looks like a woman who understands the male struggle, but she'd never give a simp the time of day. Let's check some comments. She's wrong. A relationship is where you go to give, not where you go to receive. Tony Robbins. Relationships based on compromise don't work. You have to find someone you're compatible with. If she wants a man who's at home with her, she has to find the man that also wants that, not demand a man that doesn't want that and should compromise for her. For a bunch of women who don't like to be told what to do with their bodies, they sure spend a lot of time telling men what they have to do. Women want to be men. Simple. This is a matriarchy today. Cannot convince me otherwise. They want men to be men, but how they want them to be. You cannot lead a leader if you want him to lead. It's simple. It isn't rocket science, guys. Women, like the one on these shows, want it all. They want their cake, and they want to eat it too. They want a high-value man that they can also control. Then, when they control you, they dump you. They want you to earn more and spend more time with them. Be masculine, but not too masculine. Then it's toxic masculinity. Modern women are jacked up due to how they were raised. They truly think that they deserve to have it all, but this doesn't exist. Everyone is living in fantasy land nowadays. I wish you all the best. What's the average body count of modern day women? Surely very high, but since they're never honest, let's listen to the experts on the subject.
What y'all think the average body count is?
Damn, bro.
This is a good question.
It depends on the age, but
Like our age, we'll just say like a 25,
25?
just got out of college.
bro, for a girl, keeping a buck in a major city,
hmm
50.
Easy.
Easy.
And that's one thing I be trying to tell these niggas, because you gotta understand, we interview hella girls.
Bro,
you wanna
they
know
don't,
something
they don't know, bro.
Crazy. And it's sick because it's like I didn't seen it from every demographic.
Bro.
I didn't seen it from the college bitch, the older bitch, the married bitch, the single mom, the family, the religious woman, like all these.
You want to hear something funny,
shit's
bro?
Crazy.
We started asking that question recently. And what I did was I was like, all right, so if we take the pressure off the girl and ask the girls, what do you think the body count is of an average? Literally, same exact question. We started asking this like maybe a month and a half ago. What is the average body count for a girl that's 25, just got out of college, that's single? What's your thoughts? It amazed me how some girls were saying 100, some girls were saying 50, some girls were saying like 10 or 15. So, but what I've come to realize is the average between all the girls that we've asked is somewhere between 30 to 25 to 50 is in that range.
They having their fun. For
Yeah,
sure.
bro.
Y'all seen the club scene over here, bro. Girls going from table to table, guy to guy. Bro, it is crazy. The audience doesn't know this because they're not really outside like that. But if you're outside doing interviews, meeting people, networking,
you see it.
You're gonna see shit live.
The craziest thing for me is because we interview, like I say, a lot of college students. It's so many wild stories I didn't seen or heard.
Cheating.
And
We need the wildest story.
You
What's the wildest
see,
one?
You see this person and you're like, yo, I would have never
thought that.
You know what I mean? Like you genuinely don't look like a girl who would do that,
girl
or
next
a person
door
that would do that.
Yeah.
And so it really just fucks up your perception because you just see every type of person. You like they're all got some crazy stories.
Before we end, tell us one story each you heard from a girl that was
wildest.
wild, bro.
Yeah.
From an interview.
That like made you say, "Holy fuck!"
Maybe
I
one
don't
on
really get
Patreon.
surprised anymore. Honestly, I'm
No?
Yeah.
so numb to this shit.
Yeah. But there's got to be one that sticks out in your head that's like
One
you're
that you
just
put on
like,
Patreon that was too crazy, or something that you put like.
I'm trying to think of one for us. So
You got
I
any
think
wild stories?
the wildest story it came from the girl that we interviewed, but it was more so of the reflection of the dude. But she was dating a dude,
Mhm.
and they were on a break or something, or she cheated or something. It was one of those like tip to, oh, he cheated on me, so I want to cheat on him type
fucking
of deal.
dumbass chick.
Yeah,
Stupid.
dumb. And I think she cheated on him with one of his friends,
Oh,
and somehow, some way, the ex-boyfriend found out, and he still took her back.
Oh,
It's like shit like that is it's wild as fuck. And it's like, damn, you're just
guys like that, you got to push and watch podcasts like this, bro. Like, damn.
it's just fucking up the game for just all the ones who are playing the game right.
Yeah.
It's like you're taking a girl back that disrespected you like that.
Yeah. Facts.
The homie told you, and she might have even told you, and it's like, oh yeah, I accept it.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
didn't heard,
fucked
I
up.
didn't heard several
Stupid.
of those. I didn't heard. Oh, I had a threesome with his friend. I didn't seen so much shit. I didn't heard so much shit.
It's pretty crazy.
This shit is crazy. I really don't. I can't think of like a specific. I didn't heard hella shit.
There was
honestly.
one in Fort Lauderdale when you guys were here last time that I watched. We were in Las Olas, and something about like the craziest sex story.
As far as out here, like in Miami.
Yeah, I
It was
forgot.
last time y'all were out here.
I forgot the girl.
I know a girl. Well, this is kind of like what you say, but it was a little different. But I remember one of the girls. She was like, me and my boyfriend broke up, had a threesome with his friend, and then we got back together type vibe. So it was similar, kind of what he said. I remember that was actually on South Beach.
Bruv.
And it's like you
What
would
the
never
fuck?
expect it from her. She looks just like a regular girl. You know what I mean? It fucks you up as a dude.
No, it does.
And a lot of people think like heartbreak is just getting cheated on, but a lot of times being on the other side of that coin can break your heart when you're the nigga who she's cheating with, because you see a side of girls that you never really believed. You
Yep.
see the way how slimy they are and how they'll text and genuinely seem like they're fucking with their boyfriend. Like she'll go to the bathroom and have a call with her boyfriend or something, or she's texting her man, and you put yourself in the other guy's shoes. Like he probably genuinely thinks she's solid because she seems genuine. You know what I mean? She on the phone, she seems genuine, or she's texting him and, oh, I love you, babe, this and that. And it seems genuine, and she's not knowing she's getting her back blown out.
Yeah.
So it can that also scars you. It's not just about, because I've never had my heart broken, but being on the other side of the fence, fucking around with girls who got boyfriends, it's like that shit scars a nigga.
I got a story for you that scarred me on that. I was with this chick, you know who I'm talking about. And we were like at my spot. This is a couple years ago. This is here in Miami, and she was finessing this fucking doctor, bro. And she had like, he was like giving her money and all this other shit. She was just saving all that money, saying like, I'm broke or whatever, blah blah. But what this chick was doing is she was fucking flipping houses. And he would give her money, and she would save all that shit. And she showed me her bank account. She had like 170K in there, and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy this property and fucking flip it. And I was like, bruh, don't ever tell that fucking doctor how much money you really have. He's gonna fucking like lose his shit.
Yeah.
So she played the like innocent, like, oh, I'm broke, I'm a college student, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, she was like finessing this nigga for money. And then on top of that, someone was calling her while we were hooking up, and he was a dude that used to date her. And same girl, two different dudes that called her. And while he kept calling, so she said fuck it. And while we were smashing, she answered it and just put the shit on speaker and let hear the sounds.
Bro, that shit scars you.
Bro, I
That
was
shit
like,
scars
what
you.
the
See,
fuck?
that
okay,
Like,
so going through all of this, right? Do you trust women the same way?
I trust people. People are gonna do what's in their best interest. You know what I mean? So women are gonna do what's in their best interest. Kind of
Yeah.
like I mentioned as far as yesterday with making bets. If I'm a winning bet, if she truly believes I'm a winning bet, she's not gonna jeopardize losing me.
Right.
Insanity, crocodile tears, mind games, and manipulation are nothing but a subset of modern women's tools. And as the guy said, women do what's in their best interest, period. They're not as altruistic as men. The dark side of women exposed. Let's check some comments. I'm a 30-year-old male, and most of the women I slept with who were in their early 20s had at least 25 plus partners. Assuming they kept going at that rate, I think it's probably accurate to say a lot of women average around 50 partners before they settle down and get married around 28 to 30 years old. Makes sense in my experience, at least. Once you become a side dude to a couple of chicks, there's no going back. You see how truly deceptive and heartless they are once you reach that level of understanding, and you accepted it. It's pretty depressing, to be honest. As a guy who's been around the block a few too many times, these guys are 100% right, especially when it comes to chicks cheating. The stories I can tell these young men will leave blue-pilled men scarred for life. The sad part is, now that I'm in my 30s, these same chicks I smashed when they had boyfriends at the time, most are now married to beta male providers. I wonder if those guys knew their past, cheating, trains, nasty stuff they did. Would they have still wifed them up? What's crazy is they run around with 200 body counts and expect men to still be traditional. Court them in traditional manners, protect them, and pay for everything. The audacity of these modern women. The old saying goes, if you want to test a person's character, give them power. The modern woman has all the power, and what does she do? Give it all away to the worst of men.
So we have a question for the men.
Yeah.
So if you guys got asked on a date by a woman, are you paying or are you letting them?
Okay.
So are you like, okay, like, hey, let's go on a date. Are you paying?
I really don't care.
So what if she tried to pay? Would you let her pay?
Sure. She's like adamant about it. Like I think there's like no, let me pay, and you're not gonna be a jerk about it.
Closer to the mic, please.
That's cute, you know.
What about you?
If a girl asks me out, yeah, she can pay for that shit.
Ha!
Would you say yes?
Jesus.
Yeah. I like it if a girl simps for me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. It's so f***ing rare, it's refreshing.
Yeah. It is fun, huh?
No, yeah. If a girl's fucking
is
simping,
this free game for us? Should we be asking men on dates?
Well,
I think you would have a very high success rate.
I mean,
really?
There's a couple different train of thoughts on this. I think some guys are like into this, like they want to be in their masculine frame.
Yeah.
And I think there's validity to that. And some guys are just traditional and they're going to be like, nope, I want to pay. Me personally, I don't think it's a turnoff if the guy pays. I think that's more fucking gangster. That's way more gangster than she's so into you that she's asking you out. She's paying on the date. You can still lead and be in your masculine, and she's simping for you.
But
that's
like,
some gangster shit.
Do you like respect her less?
No, I respect her more.
Yeah. Really?
I don't see. Here's the thing.
Because what if he's gonna be like, oh, she wants me so bad, like she's like taking me out.
Dude,
That's rare.
It's
really just a nice thing to do.
It's kind of hot.
Dude, I like it when a girl's like kind of. I don't like it when a girl's like.
Too much.
How do I explain this?
She's sugar mama.
If a girl's like, for example, if she were to approach me and it was like in a really masculine, like, hey, wanna fuck, like if
assertive.
it was super direct, but if she approached me and she was kind of like coy and a little shy about it, that would be super fucking hot. So same with like if a girl DMs me first, if she went about it in like a tactful way, major turn on. And if she fucking pay for the date, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna get dragged in the chat, but like,
I mean, I think that's a positive
I'm super
thing.
down for it.
It's also encouraging.
Super down.
If it encourages women to like sit in their power or stand in their power and like not be afraid to maybe do something that might be perceived as a little bit more masculine. I think that's where that bridge of understanding is.
Yeah, and I still like to lead. You know, I still like to lead in relationships. But if a girl is like, I don't know, I kind of like it when a girl's like, see, I don't like this chasing idea or like girls who play hard to get.
But girls like that.
Like what?
I feel like girls like to be chased.
Probably.
When I feel wanted, like I would never ask a guy out first.
Sure.
Even if I like someone.
But so I think the thing is though, is that you like it because you're in a position of power. Because if the guy's trying to get you, you're in like a better negotiating position in the same way that like, for example, if I reach out to a company to do a brand deal, they're in a stronger negotiating position because I went to them. But if they come to me, it's just like a framework where I have more negotiating power if they're coming to me.
Yeah.
And that's how basically women's position is. Women have a bunch of dudes coming to them, so they have much more options. They're much more capable of being in the stronger negotiating position. So,
but I would say women risk more when they're dating.
I agree.
I think it's a bigger risk as a woman dating.
Yeah. Especially like, I mean, age, like if you're trying to have kids or anything, like men don't really have to worry about that. Like you can be 40 and go around and find some 20-year-old to.
But because of, I've had plenty of experience having to be the initiator, because for most men, you have to be the initiator. Otherwise you're going to be, you're going to die virgin, bro. For most men, if you don't initiate, like, you're done.
Yeah, because girls like a masculine guy that will come and like show that they want them and like kind of work for them. Like girls want that. Like I feel like the whole feminism and everything, they try to break that down, and they're trying to say that's not true, but it is. It's like human nature for women.
You think girls coming to you and like being like more assertive to you is hot? We think guys coming to us and doing the same.
But that's the default, though. That's the default. So I'm perfectly capable of being the initiator. I've done it for the vast majority of my relationships. Although I have found that a lot of my relationships, the girls met me a little bit more in the middle. Like they showed a little bit more effort and interest. Where there's like, I don't want. A lot of girls will not play hard to get, but my philosophy on being hard to get. If you're hard to get, you quickly become hard to want.
Men have lives full of difficulties, so fighting for a woman's attention and time is a huge no-no. At the end of the day, getting some punani is not that worth it, especially if the chick feels like a queen but has no ability to be a good wife or mother of your kids. If you want kids, of course. Anyway, let's check the comments. I understand what Brian is saying. There's a lot of women who don't reciprocate, and then when you stop giving them attention, go, why'd you stop? It makes dating needlessly difficult and one-sided. It's really very simple. Men should tell a woman, hey, I'm into you. I'll be over here if you want me. From that point on, the woman pursues for the rest of her life, because a woman should always love her man more than he loves her. I hate when women play hard to get. I don't let them. Once it seems like things are going somewhere, I try to take them there subtly, then directly, and if that doesn't work, not at all. Too many girls out there leading you on just to brag to their friends how many boys like them or have a backup boyfriend on standby. In my experience, if a girl actually likes you, then they might play hard to get a little bit, but at the end of the day, they aren't actually hard to get at all. So just go for it, and if they are actually hard to get, then move on to the next one. A girl initiating something like a date or time together, it is a sign of genuine desire. Unfortunately, that does not happen as much. Still, getting Me Too'd or in jail due to false accusations is not cool. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.